Hi, I'm Emily Agnew at Luminous Listening. And for today's video, I want to talk about this topic of loving yourself. This is a really powerful question that I hear people ask a lot is, how can I love myself? Or no matter what I do, I can't love myself. So I want to talk about this on two levels. The first level is the one I'm talking about in my free download. My article's called "How to Love Yourself as Much as Your Dog Loves You." So on the human, personal, earthly level, dogs are actually a great model of how you can love yourself more. Think about it, your dog, if you have one, or how dogs are. They're thrilled to see you. They don't care. Their love for you and their affection for you and their kindness to you and their devotion to you isn't the least bit affected by what you say or do or what kind of person you think you are or anything. They just love you. They adore you and they're thrilled to see you. So if we even started to take that attitude towards ourselves, of loving ourselves no matter what we do, we'd already be a huge step in the direction of taking regular loving action. Like the inner bonding that I teach is very focused on having an inner dialogue process and connecting to your spiritual guidance so that you can then take loving action. And that includes all kinds of self-care, like how much sleep you get and whether you listen to your body, whether you listen to your emotions and tune into them to discover whether you're caring well for yourself or not, what kind of environment you live in, what kind of people you hang out with. These are all things on the kind of the earthly, physical, and psychological, emotional level, that you can do. So in this case, loving yourself, it's not so much a feeling. It's more what Marshall Rosenberg of Nonviolent Communication talked about as a need. He said he thought it was a lot more helpful to think of love as a need, because we all have a need for love, and what meets my need for love might be different than what meets your need for love. But if you want to meet your own need for love, you need to know what's loving to you. Like for me, getting 8 hours of sleep is very loving to myself. That's just one of the best things I can do. So that's an example. If I want to meet my own need for love and be loving to myself, getting 8 hours of sleep is a way to do it. So that's on the physical, personal, sort of human level. But to really feel love, to feel that, it's a spiritual question. That's a transcendental question, which we feel when we connect the part of ourselves. If you think of each of us as being like a spark of the divine, and if you don't believe in God, don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. I mean that there's something bigger that we're a part of, that we each refract. We each have our own individual personality that refracts in its unique, wonderful, and sometimes not so wonderful ways, this divine energy. You could call it the soul. But it's when we connect to that, to the bigger aspect of that, because that's all part of what the whole universe is made of. When we connect to that, then we experience that we are love. And it's an experiential thing. If I just sit here and say this to you, you can say, roll your eyes, and I certainly would. If you haven't experienced that, then it just sounds like words, like New Age words, but it's not. It's a very palpable experience that actually is so powerful, it kind of leaves all human experiences in the dust. I mean, it's just really, really powerful. And what you end up wanting to do is have that love, that kind of love permeate all of your human experiences, which that becomes a way of life. So I hope this makes sense, that there's much, much, much you can do on the personal human level to meet your own need for love and to meet the need for love of others around you, right? Because that also feels really good. To really feel loved, to have the experience of being loved, of being lovable. You can't really do that for yourself on the personal level. That's a spiritual thing. If you have questions about that, or comments, please post them on my blog at the site. There'll be a link here. And it's www.luminoselistening.com. And I hope this is helpful, because this is a big question that I hear people ask all the time. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.